Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, strap in, grab a corn dog, because we are heading to the Midwest for some no-lift, full-send oval action. Welcome into Stam Studio Network. My name is Sean Stam. I got one of the best in the business up here in the commentary booth with me. Mr. Justin Yaw, how are you doing on this fine evening?
Hello, you fine folks out there in YouTube land. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Hope you're ready for a whole lot of action here in the cornfields of Iowa.
This one's going to be a blast. The 7/8 mile speedway. Oh boy, we got these ARCA cars ready to do battle here tonight. 125 laps, short track, long fuse. 4 total tire sets available, but you burn them off early, you'll be hanging. Fuel load 70%, so it's definitely, according to some drivers that I was talking to before the race, that's going to come out to about 58 to 63 laps. I think it's not if, Justin, but it's when we get these green flag pit stops in the bump and run series.
Yeah, you're going to have to make sure to hit pit road. You can hit it real steep and it's going to spin the car out. But you don't want to take it going around 3 and lose all that time and position. So we got to be smart here tonight. Hit your P's and Q's getting in and out. And don't catch a penalty.
It's a great night for racing. 77 degrees Fahrenheit ambient. Got that track temperature sitting at 101. That will continue to fall. If you're newer to the iRacing universe, iRacing simulating just about every single thing that they can here. So as nighttime continues to fall and these lights come out, it's going to be the track continuing to gain some pace, as well as I think tempers starting to will continue. We'll start to see them flare up, and they will flare out through the rest of the night. Looks like lights are out in that pace car. Okay, we're going to have Bud Shear, Charles Van Schwick going to lead us to the green. Got one more time by. Taking a look at our starting grid here tonight. Justin, who do you like here?
Didn't catch a whole lot of practice, but I think you got to go. I think you got to go with. You know what? I'm going out on a limb here. I'm going with Tyler Massey. The Harvest number 17 picked up a win a couple weeks ago. You're right here, not at Iowa, but here in the bump and run series. So I'm going to go with my boy Tyler Massey. I think he's got the speed here. Now, it's a whole different car than what you're used to seeing here on Tuesday nights with us here, folks. We're running the ARCA cars. Whole new setup here. A lot of new talent here. And it's a very unique car to drive. I mean, I love these things. They've done a great job. Is that Cletus McFarland?
Philip Brigman. They're starting their P6 outside row. Love the kinetics paint scheme right there.
That's old Philip McFarland.
Hey, there you go. New nickname for us. There we go. All righty, Justin. That was the top 12. We got 22 drivers in the field here tonight. Green flag is just a couple feet away. Here comes Charles Van Schwick. That GOAT Lives Matter number 23 going to lead us to the start zone here, side by side into turn 1 for lap 1.
Side by side. Also me sitting behind him, just looking for the spot. Bud Sherry going to have the run on the outside as we come to turns 3 and 4. Now this track here at Iowa got a lot of different grooves. You can run the bottom, kind of run the high line. As Bud Sherry going to take sole possession of the lead. Charles going to fight back on the inside.
Oh, that was a nice move there for that race start of Bud Shear, able to go out into the race lead right now, that Pennzoil 93. He's got the short run speed in that Chevy SS. Right now, side by side for Austin Mice, Charles Van Schwick. Ooh, that got a little tight off of 4 there. Austin Mice going to take P2, but here comes that 23, going to dive down the hill. Not enough speed there, grip in the car to make it stiff. Here comes Philip McFarland. Philip Brigman, that number 30, working the outside line here at Iowa.
Cletus Brigman trying to make the high side work, try to get around old Charles. Going to lose a little bit of ground there. Going to slide up the hill. It's got Austin Meese, Bud Shear battling out for the lead here. We're almost 3 wide, coming out of 2 here. Right there, Jarrett going to back off, sees the run between Brigman and Van Schwick.
How about it?
To fight another day.
You don't get this in the official racing here. That's why I get so excited when we start to see this side by side, especially first through about 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, all side by side until about Zach Disher here running 8th. We see you, Ted. Appreciate you joining us here in chat's Harvest there as well. Opie, 15K. Every single one of you making this possible for us here tonight. Some more side by side for the race lead. These drivers putting on this show for you guys.
Yeah, side by side, Austin just cannot clear Bud for the lead. He's going to have to try to maybe find another groove around this little less than a mile action track here in the cornfield. How about old Cleater up there on the outside? Holy cow. What a move.
Hopefully you're not burning them up too much right now if you're that driver of the 30. Philip Brigman, we're going to have a lot of nicknames for him here tonight, but that is who we're referring to each and every cleat. Holy, Anthony Lane goes around. Oh, not the Blue Ribbon 81.
Not the Pabst Blue Ribbon. That's a beer down. Beer down. Somebody get that man a beer stat.
No. I mean, yes. But, I mean, that sucks for their... Anthony Lane, we are going to have to take a look and see what happens with this driver. What do you think about the old drone, Cam? Let's treat the old the audience here tonight. Here we go. This is it's not even Anthony's fault. Just 94 there off the wall, and we're gonna hit bink bank bunkin.
That's a bank. That's a big bank.
Oh,
that's a man down. That's a man down right there.
Little kid going home with that front bumper there. Let's take another look at, I believe it started out here in front with Robert Armal.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yep, there's the WBLR, number 94, and here comes that number 97. This is going to be out of turn 2. One of these drivers going to try and get that throttle down a little too early, I thought. We'll stick on board with it here.
So here we go.
Oh, it happened up into turn 1, didn't it?
No, I think it come after 4 here, and he just kind of gets
the 94, self-induced.
Correction there.
Holy damn, that was close for Bill Hales there.
Ooh.
Barely missed that one, but...
yeah, that 77 collected every bit of that wall.
Yeah.
I fought the wall in. Wall 1.
Here's one more look at it as we ride on board with Robert Armal, just nowhere to go.
You're locked up, bang!
All right.
He kept it rolling, so, I mean, maybe, go in. I don't know if that's a good night, see you later kind of race, or that's a go in, little duct tape to the front hood and send it.
I'll tell you who pitted here. I didn't see Justin Steves involved in the wreck, but Justin bringing his Red Bull number 87 down pit road. We'll be able to run just a little bit longer. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, no fast repair there tonight for driver of the 81. Also, here comes Brandon Moore. No damage, but possibly, just going to fill that puppy up, Sunoco fuel?
No, Sunoco ain't going to hurt nobody. Little top off here, and, we got a lot of laps here left to go. Maybe play the strategy game a little early, and hope it plays out for you later on in this run. Maybe get some, I don't know if he took tires or just a little bit of fuel, but if you take that a little early on in this run, you've got a lot of time to make it up with later on when maybe everybody else is having to hit a green flag stop.
All righty, real quick before we get back to green flag action, real quick, thanks to our sponsors and affiliates there in the top right. Cotton Bowl Speedway, Alpha One Foundation, Admin Box, Bearded Bear Custom Hides, Bump and Run Racing, as well as their ARCA series that you're seeing right now. Extreme Scoring Graphics and Mad Dog Graphics, as well as Silver Fox Racing. Appreciate every single one of you guys letting us do what we do. Also, Anthony Lane, everybody there behind the scenes who kind of makes this possible, allows Justin and I to bring you some coverage week in and week out. We really appreciate it. I don't see any. Oh, there's Mr. Brian Huntley Jr., league owner. How about that Baja Blast number 88? He's going to start in the 8th spot.
Appreciate you, Brian, and all the boys here at Bump and Run. Now, folks, if you're new with us, we do this every Tuesday night with the same group. They just run the Gen 7 Cup cars, and we're here every Saturday night running the ARCA cars. So we appreciate you tuning in each and every week with us. I know Sean's got a lot of other races, so make sure if you're haven't liked and subscribe the page to do just that.
Alrighty, Justin, I appreciate you coming out and spending your Saturday night with us. And we're just a few moments away from that green flag. I think this is going to be, we're going to get a good green flag run here, I'm going to call it. Here we go. Once again, Bud Shear, Austin Mice going to lead us up and down that hill in turn 1.
I figured out what happened with that last caution. I know exactly what happened. Somebody threw a corn cob on the track.
Probably blew out on track as many as the cornfields that we got there in Iowa. But right now, how about old Charles Van Schwick? He's going to search for some corn cobs down there bottom of the hill, take that P2 right back, not just quite door quarter. He's going to send it down in turn 1.
He's going to try to get the run off. He's going to make it stick on the bottom. And Meese keep it on the outside, you betcha. But Van Schwick not going to let it go. He is going to fight tooth and nail to try to get that 2nd spot and look back towards the lead. But Bud Sherr going to lead us to the stripe curl, coming to lap number 14. We're 2 by 2 by 2, kind of behind the leaders here. Here we got Jarrett and Massey going at it. Dusher and Huntley. Everybody kind of jockeying in 4th position around. It's a little less than a mile racetrack here in Iowa.
How about your pick right there, Justin? Tyler Massey right now finds himself -1 spot where he started this race. That's possibly a little longer run, a little setup, or just saving those tires there a little bit. I'm liking where Tyler is, as well as, how about Charles now? Oh, he's getting taken up and around the outside. There goes Cletus Brigman. Not able to complete the pass, though. He'll be rolling that momentum up top.
That outside line kind of seems to be the way it works right now. This inside line kind of, you're really wearing that right front out, really putting it through a lot of turmoil. You're going to have to really figure it out if you're going to want to try to maybe stick to that line or try to run it up to the outside and see if this train on the outside will get broken up just a little bit.
Still side by side between these two drivers. How about it? I mean, the racecraft between just about everybody in this league. We're seeing it up and down the field as we still have some really nice battling here for the respectable P15, 16. This is Dale Rapp, who finds himself, Mike Allen, finds himself way up the racetrack, but was there battling hard there with Dale Rapp. Also, Sean Judson, Willie B. Roberts here in 13th and 14th.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are making some moves, trying to get back up here to the front. That number 94 Hot Rod trying to figure out his line, figure out where it wants to go. That's the one the corn cob got a little earlier on.
A little corn on that cob, but don't count him out here just yet. Oh my goodness, Dale Rapp with a send down in the inside. Able to make that puppy stick somehow, but can't clear that number 19 of Sean Judson out of 4. Just damn near even across the start-finish line that time. Battle still continuing to ensue all over the racetrack. I know we got Justin's pick earlier on in the race. Goodness gracious, do I take a driver that's involved here in what is a hurricane of sorts? I mean, throw a blanket over first through just about 7th place at the moment. I'll take answer to the question there. I mean, give me, man, Charles Van Schwick. -3 spots from the start, but I think this GOAT Locker Racing 23. Oh, hard contact for both those drivers. I think he's got the pace.
Yeah, he's got a lot of pace to really be hanging on that inside line. I'm surprised he hasn't tried to maybe go up and falter the outside line. It's kind of been the line that has shown the way around this Little racetrack here. Looks like he's kind of trying to run that middle line. He's running the high side, then kind of ducking down the middle midway through the corner. 22 right there of Mr. Jarrett. How about old Bud? He has showed the way pretty much since the get-go, man. He has had some opposition right there from Austin. Austin kind of stick his nose up there, but Bud going to keep it on the middle lane and just drive off in there with a lot of pace.
Bud right now with the second fastest lap time, I do believe. Guess who's got that fastest? I'm showing Austin Mice by 0.01 seconds faster. And matter of fact, last lap by, they were separated by 0.01 seconds. It's starting to get a little cat and mouse action here from the Bump and Run ARCA series. Once again, I appreciate every single one of you joining us here. I'm able to bring you this coverage. And right now, Charles Van Schwick trying to dive bomb it. And, ooh, door quarter clears Philip Briggsman for that final driver interview spot. These laps are starting to tick off pretty quick, Justin. We're already, what, 24, 25 laps in a 125-lap race.
Yeah, these guys are really starting to get it quick together. Everybody's kind of finding a line they like. Be interesting to see, you know, if somebody maybe dabbles a little bit too much in there. Or something happens later on, but right now we're just going to count the green flags and interested to see what kind of the fuel cycle will be. You know, when we'll see some cars on pit road or what. But, man, these guys are really driving their tails off right now.
Austin Mice having to start trying to play some defense over Charles Van Schwick, but I don't know how long it's going to last. That 23 is coming with a head of steam side by side, and even a little bit further in the back there, Zach Duscher. Here comes Brian Huntley Jr. Where did he come from? Where did he go? You know how that song goes. Might have a new nickname for Brian by the end of this race.
Cutting that Brian.
There you go. My goodness. Justin, you can't get much better than the old bump and run. The cleanliness, the racecraft, also the speed of these extremely high-rated oval iRacing drivers. I'm sure they got quite the speed here on the road course side of things as well. Uh-oh. You better run, you better hide if you're Bud. Right, that's Charles Van Schwick diving down the bottom. That's my race pick there.
Yeah, he's got a lot of steam. I'm surprised he's made that inside line work, but I know the tires got to be screaming. But, man, he has really made that inside line work. Trying to make it happen. Coming off two. Not going to happen. Bud going to shut the door. He's going to hang tight to the outside.
Not able to clear him up of four, though. This is Ford Power versus Chevy engines. Here we go. 93 versus 23. These they're Justin, you don't want to do this right now. Sure, it's a show for the fans, but come on. We are burning up our right sides. Look at Austin Mice. Although he got past, he is starting to reel these guys right back in as we're still side by side between Braxton Jarrett, Zach Duscher, as well as Brian Huntley Jr.
Yeah, them guys right behind him, but Austin right here really going to have to figure out which line he wants to run. Does he want to stick to the outside, want to stick to the inside? Here comes the 22 of Jarrett looking to the inside of Philip Brigman. Not going to be able to clear coming off the corner, and Huntley going to make a run of it on the inside. Duscher going to have a run on the inside. Jarrett going to throw the block as they head back off into three.
Starting to look three wide back here for this battle for P4, 5, and 6. We are going to look three wide, still side by side up here for the race lead. Which battle do you watch? I can't choose right now. 23-93. This is what, fourth, fifth lap, still side by side. I don't know how these drivers are able to do it. Oh, wait, it's that 4,200 oval iRating we're looking at out of Van Schwick. 2,400 for Austin Mice. 2,000 there for Bud Shear as he still continues to hold him off. Let's go back to this battle that has still ensued since that drop of the green. Brian Huntley Jr. able to get right back up to where he started the race, but Tyler Massey's going to start to play some defense now as Tyler's lost a spot since that drop. Here we go, some more side by side. That's Chris Campbell, that number 68.
Yeah, here comes Chris into the fall. Philip Brigman kind of, I think, tagged the wall a couple laps ago, and I'm wondering if that's playing into a hold of the handling on this hot rod. He's kind of dropping pretty quick here. 22, 68, 130, all right there together. 68 got the Ty Majeski scheme on tonight.
An old Road Ranger. It's Ty Majeski. That was cool to see how much pace that driver has in that truck series.
Have you ever looked at his iRacing?
Oh God! Oh, don't even get me started. I think there was one practice session I was in there with old Mr. Majeski, and I probably studied his racing lines about an hour or two, just showing us all how it's done.
Yeah, that man can drive. It don't matter if it's an actual car, iRacing car. It don't matter. Everybody got to figure it out here.
All right. Well, you know what we don't have figured out just yet. No, I'm just kidding. Take a look at this, guys. Going to bring up the ever so important points. Going to start off with the man himself, Bud Shearer, leading us with 155. But the gap really isn't too big there over Brandon Moore. Charles Van Schwick still close enough that anything can happen within these top three. So we continue to dwindle down the rest of the season. John Holliday, Trent Bullock, Dale Rapp, Travis Farmer. Nice run for him in the points. Jason Kinzer, Austin Rice, Sean Judson rounding out that top 10.
How about old Bud? He's really got these ARCA cars, and man, these, if you don't have iRacing and you want a car to really kind of get started with, man, these ARCA cars are a blast to drive.
They'll teach you the laws of tire conservation as well as at racecraft. It takes a lot of it, whether it's a cookie cutter, a mile and a half, a short track, kind of like we're running today, a little bit less than a mile, or if it's super speedway racing. And man, Justin, you said it best there. It's these cars are newly scanned in the iRacing universe, new audio equipment as well to kind of give you the sights and sounds of these cars, and definitely teach you a lot about oval racing. Lots of these drivers take it to us in that Tuesday night Bump and Run Cup Series as well. Real quick, before we start getting into the nitty-gritty a little bit too much, Monday nights, the legendary ARCA cars, those are free if you just have an iRacing subscription. I'm going to be doing a hosted race down there at the old Daytona International Speedway. Session opens 9 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Password SSN, all caps. Would love to race with you guys side by side.
Check it out. Everybody check it out right now.
Justin, that means
right
you
now.
too, buddy. I'm going to take it to you there on the old Super Speedway. Monday night, this upcoming Monday, as well as Thursday nights, will be at Watkins Glen, those legendary ARCA cars. You got some options there. Oh, contact! 97's going to lose his front bumper. I saw that starting to ensue from 20 laps ago. Guess what, though, guys? We're keeping things moving and grooving. But for how long? Austin Mice off that pace.
Yeah, that bumper's gone. You're going to have a lot of great airflow, but I don't know how it works for the aerodynamics.
Oh, that McConey setup shop. 97 seen better days. He is not looking like Ross Chastain here up in 3 and 4, trying to get it down into the pit lane here. Matter of fact, he does. We will keep things under green flag conditions.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get it pulled off and into the pits. You hate that for him. Had a great run going. That's going to pretty much end you night there for the 97 and go a couple laps down. I don't know, maybe a little something down the road, a couple pit stops later, a couple red flags or something. I don't know.
All right, sorry about this, boys.
Glad we got that.
Sorry, we had to back that puppy up. And there you see Zach Disher just a little loose there out of 4. Going to end up getting that left rear quarter panel. Brian Huntley Jr. just, a man with nowhere to go. I think that 88's going to be all right. Alrighty, battle for the lead continuing to heat up. What was Bud Shearer starting to pull away with it since we looked at that replay last. 0.2 of a second, back down to, well, negative time now. That's Charles Van Schwick going to take the race lead. How about Brian Huntley Jr., Justin? That driver just got some contact there. That right side looks like it's got no problems with it.
Yeah, Bug tagged the wall real good coming off at 2.
Oh, did he?
That one got him pretty good.
I thought I heard a little scrape action there, but oh yeah, he's starting to look like lose a little bit of pace to Brian. A little chrome horn action, bump and run for Brian Huntley Jr.
Nah, bump draft him. Don't matter if you're a short track, long track, it don't matter. Bump drafting.
Holy fast repair. Here comes Austin Mice out of nowhere coming on those. That's newer tire differential right there for you. That's the speed.
Listen, man, he is only 2 laps down. If he can get past Charles here and we get a caution, guess what? Lucky dog.
Got that Mad Dog Lucky Dog will be presented to right now. It's, Austin Mice is the first driver shown above, well, he's 2 laps down there. Unfortunately, Anthony Lane shown 3 laps down, had to take that tow earlier on. Still, though, I mean, Justin, how about this battling? Well, Austin Mice able to get actually 1 lap there, so there you go, Justin. Lucky dog,
Lucky
Austin
dog.
Mice. Don't count him out.
The Mad Dog Graphics Lucky Dog.
See, that rolls off the tongue real well, doesn't it?
A whole lot of dog. Ow!
Who let those doggies out here tonight? Once again, appreciate every single one of you joining in here live on Stam Studio Network. You know what we're going to do for him. Oh, hard contact. We're not going to give contact to the wall. Come on there, Braxton. We're going to treat our fans to the one, the only Cotton Bowl Speedway. Crank this puppy up. Justin and I will be right back with you up here in the booth. Alrighty, go ahead, crank this puppy back down. Sean Stam, Justin Yaw back up with you here in the booth. And Tyler Massey back up to where he started. He's starting to hold off a hard charging Brandon Moore, though. I believe Brandon Moore, remember that. Right before we got back to green flag racing, this driver did come and pit.
No pit action.
Yep, there you see bottom right of your screen, Brandon Moore as well as Sean Judson, last pitting on laps 9 and 10. They were fast pit stops, I am showing, so I don't believe tires were taken, but you gotta believe with them able to charge their way back up and through the field that there's gotta be a little something happening there. Matter of fact, here, let's pull up that graphic one more time. We can take a look at the pit stop time as we look 3 wide. Yeah, that was way too short of a stop for any tires, possibly right sides on Brandon Moore. It very well could be. That was a nice 3 wide pass as Moore works his way up to P4, our biggest mover of the race, up 11 spots.
Yeah, he's got the momentum rolling in his favor right now.
Also, Trent Blaylock, we really haven't mentioned driver number 1 too much here tonight. That's Ace Racing number 1, but he's starting to slowly work his way up and through the field. As there's Zach Dusser. I don't think we have seen Zach Dusser single file at any moment tonight. It has been side by side. Runs are even, it seems, just about every single corner for Zach. He finds himself up 2 spots since that drop of the green. Still fighting hard with a hard charging, or what was, Tyler Massey.
Yeah, that's my pick right there. It's my pick. You getting after it, Tyler?
I'm not.
I believe in you.
Don't count him out at all, and especially with that many contingency sponsors there, I mean, that's at least 5 horsepower per sticker there. Speaking of stickers, got the All Stam Studio Network real life vinyl stickers in. Got some small, got some big. Anything you want there if you race real life or just want to slap it on your forehead or something, let me know and I will I'll send you one there. Still some side-by-side here between Zach Duscher and Sean Judson. Sean's trying to work his way back up in that Dubby Energy number 19. Some really nice battles all up and down the racetrack.
Really, really good racing here, man. These guys, they really race each other for the most part clean. You know, you're going to have those every once in a while battles. It's just going to, somebody's got to give and the other one gets taken out of it. But got a lot of good racing here. And Charles kind of checked out here from Brian. Now, folks, we still got, I don't know really how long the cycle is on this. I don't know how long you can really go on a set of tires or how long you can kind of go on a
I can go
cycle.
Sean Mack on you if you'd like.
Hit me with it.
Okay, got everything but the accent. I mean, the tires were definitely begging for grip, especially if you've been running some more side-by-side like these drivers have all night. Right now, though, is that fuel strategy. Remember, we did have that one yellow flag, so we'll be able to go a little bit longer than that 63-lap run. But most of these drivers, except for Brandon Moore, have yet to make that pit stop, Brandon Moore, Sean Judson, Xavier Salgado, Justin Steves, and a few others. Here we go, right on cue. This is your man, Justin.
Yep, here we go. Green flag pit stops coming in now.
That was perfectly timed there. That's almost like that's like a real broadcast almost.
Good at that. You think, what do you think, 4? You thinking 2?
Oh, under green flag. It's going to be tough, but we're, just about halfway to go here. Give me 4, and I'm going to guess that this race is going to continue to run green. You see those right sides going up on the imaginary aerodrack. Let's see if the left sides go up on Mr. Massey's. Oh,
yep,
good
right.
call. Liking
left
that.
Left sides. Who the hell's got butter? That's freaking Zach Duscher's pit side's got butter on there.
Was it really?
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, that was, I think you are, I saw JS Networks. It was either Zach Duscher's or, I just saw that car there. But yeah, you're right there. Good call, Mr. Yaw. That's, Duscher might win a pit stops sign of the race.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get the board out for that. That's awesome.
You know what else was awesome? That was looking like Charlotte All-Star qualifying from a few seasons back. Bud Shear was having those tires screaming coming into the pits. It'd be interesting to see from our
Could you imagine
extreme...
if you could turn off pit road speed in iRacing?
Oh, maybe that's an idea for a hosted race. I think some moon car, they like to do that. That's an idea.
Can you do that, really?
Well, you don't turn it off. Just clear those black flags, as they'll you'll get every single driver one. But map a button to clear all, and you'll be back up and running in no time.
That would be awesome. Up here comes Charles, going to duck on in.
And he had that gap to work with there coming into the pits. I believe that was 2 or 3 seconds. And he was able to really slow and woe it down. Didn't have to force that pit speed limit like we possibly did see Bud Shear doing his number 93.
Lock it down. Don't spin it out.
Going all the way down. First pit stop here for our pole sitter, Van Schwick. Back, we'll see Brandon Moore cycle to our race lead. This driver's going to be able to go just a little bit further. Justin, I'll be real with you here. I don't hate this call at all. Justin's got that 3-second gap over Sean Judson right now. Trent Splalach still staying out, but if Brandon is able to run just a couple laps more at this pace, we could possibly see this number 43 in one of our final driver interview spots.
Yeah, he's got a very good chance. I think maybe ducking off a little early, maybe breaking it up. I don't know if you can do it in a 2-round or if he's going to be a 2-run cycle, 1-run cycle. I really don't know. I mean, we're closing on lap 60. So, I mean, halfway, you're looking about lap 63 and a half is going to be, or 62 and a half, excuse me, is going to be your halfway mark in this race. We're over that. So, I mean, I think you can do it on 1, but I think you'd feel a lot more comfortable maybe on 2.
Especially, I don't know if it changes it much, but I'm showing, or yes, a lap 70 instead of 60. So, I mean, that's what, a 10 lap difference on tires. But we're gonna have to see where things cycle out to help. Maybe I don't know if it's just gonna end up confusing us more. But we got Brandon Moore making his way into turn 3. That's that driver, the 43, who's still yet to pit. And here's Charles Van Schwick. If the caution comes out right now, Charles is showing 1 lap down. We got quite a bit of the field trapped 1 lap down right now with these 4 or 5 drivers continuing to stay out. Van Schwick coming across the line right there. Brandon Moore, you see top right of that map, just makes his way outside of turn 2.
Now, Sean, I don't know if you have watched the Earnhardt documentary on Prime yet.
Oh, it's interesting that you mentioned that. I was going to turn that on after the Xfinity race here tonight. I've seen a few clips. It looks awesome, man. What you got on it?
It was so good, but I just want to prepare you, folks. If you ain't watched it, watch it. But just be prepared.
Tear jerker.
It gets emotional, and that's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to ruin it for nobody. If you have watched it, leave a comment in the YouTube chat. I want to know what was your expectation, or not expectation. What was your synopsis of it? Big word for me, but
you know the show is going to be good if you can't spoil what these. Would you even call that a documentary? I can't wait to check that out, and I'm gonna try to prepare myself as best I can.
A biography, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, there you go. That's the word for it. Alrighty, Brandon Moore is continuing to lead in his 43. Remember, he can go just a little bit further. That's Sean Judson. He now finds his way down into the pits. That W Energy number 19. He's also going to bring Xavier Salgado with him. This will end up unlapping Charles Van Schwick in just a few moments' time. Nope, our leader still hasn't pit just yet. So remember, if that caution does fly, Justin, think some virtual fists might be flying too if a caution comes out. Oh, there we go. There comes Brandon Moore in. Charles Van Schwick is he's going to get his lap back. He's got 1 more time around the track to go to cycle out to the lead. Justin Steves right now is going to do just that, cycle out to the lead.
Inherit the pole position for now. Steves, I think Steves may have pitted earlier on in the run. So he may be able to stretch this out for just a little bit longer, maybe than some of these other folks, but he's really going to have to mind his P's and Q's, take care of those tires. And, hey, I mean, you pitted early on in this run, you may have a chance at it here at the end as long as we can keep it green. But you're really going to have to hold off on Charles, and he's going to have a head of steam coming after you. Steve's kind of holding the bottom here. I'm wondering if this is a sign that, yeah, there he goes. Never mind.
Out the window.
Ignore everything I said.
No, I was going to say you're setting it up great, Justin, because here comes Justin Steves. I was going to mention, yeah, he was on that same strategy as that 43, so it was just going to be a few laps incoming. But once again, that 43 and Justin here, they're going to do just that once again. They're going to be able to go just a little bit longer. They're going to be on a little bit newer set of tires. Expect all 4 general tires to be going on this number 87. Charles Van Schwick, though, mentioned this earlier on. Here we go. It's going to happen back out to the lead. Here's Brandon Moore, Tyler Massey, really duking it out here for P5.
Yeah, and hey, if we get a caution, and I'm not trying to cause anything, I'm not trying to speak it into existence, but look who's running.
Did you say P6? Is that
P7?
Oh, P7. Oh, you are. Oh, that came out of nowhere. That caught me off guard. How about it, Austin and Mice? You mentioned that earlier on in the race, Justin. He's doing it just what you said there, back on the lead lap. But, well, this is going to cycle out as well because he's on the opposite end here. He's not going to be able to go as long. But like you said there, those magical words, that magical color flies, this will be. We'll have to start rewriting the sim racing history books.
I can't write, so I don't know who's going to do it, but it ain't going to be me.
Can you type? Come on.
I'm forced to type. I have to for work, but it's not the best.
Born to type, forced to write is Mr. Yaw himself. Justin, we got to get you out here on track with these guys sooner or later, or if you're just now joining, remember I got that hosted session coming up Monday night as well as Thursday night. It'll open up 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. The legendary ARCA cars, if you got an iRacing subscription, they're free. You got them. Come and race with us. I'll be out there on track with you. Hopefully we see you there, Justin, as well. Man, all these drivers, if you don't have anything better to do, as well as, oh my goodness, how about a slide up the track there for that Ford Ranger time of jet ski, number 68, Chris Campbell, as he goes down a lap. But I'd love to see you out there and joining us there from the high banks of Daytona.
Daytona is just a magical, magical place, man.
You ever been there yourself, Justin?
I have not. It's on the old bucket list to go.
What would you? I don't even think you can compare apples to oranges here, but Daytona, Talladega, oh, that might be a tough one.
Nah, just the vibe, man. Two different places. I mean, you're on the beach basically going to Daytona. Talladega, you're in the middle of the forest, but man, Talladega just, to me, honestly, and again, I haven't been to Daytona. It's on the bucket list. Also, I just want to go to Daytona so I can drive on the beach.
Oh, hard contact in the outside wall for Braxton Jarrett. That's two Ace, I believe Ace Motorsports teammates going at it, 22 and number 1. It's also really well said there for you, Justin. I think different vibes. I'm like you. I've only been to, out of those two, Daytona rather than Dega. But like you said, man, Dega is on my bucket list someday.
Sean, have you watched Lost Speedways on Peacock?
Dude, that Wilkesboro episode was really what got me hooked on it. I have. Have they kept that up?
No, they only did like 2 or 3 seasons, but like, I really want to go to Daytona and like just see where like the track was, like where they race on the beach, then go to the asphalt. That's on my bucket list to go look at.
You're a history man.
Yes, absolutely love it. Nope, I want to go there and I want to go to Charlotte. Me and my cousin, we thought about taking a trip to Charlotte a while back and just seeing the sights and sounds, going to some shops and stuff like that, and just spending a couple days down there and seeing what it's like.
Did you go for the old 600, or are you trying to take some Roval action? Holy, that Kansas scheme got tight.
I don't even know if I'd want to go to a race. I think I would just want to go visit the shops and kind of explore the Hall of Fame, stuff like that.
Oh, I got you. Just in the area there.
Yeah.
Shoot,
I would love to go. I'm going to get judged for this, but I really don't care about going to the Speedway, but I really want to go to the drag strip next door.
Oh.
The fun fact about the Charlotte drag strip is it's 4 wide. Instead of 2 drag racing, you got 4 at the same time.
Oh, they got to do some top fuel racing out there with 4 wide.
Oh, yeah, they do. Look it up, folks. Look it up. It's awesome.
They got that
44,000 horsepower at the same time. Sweet.
That'll rattle your cage even as a spectator. I know Charlotte's also got their dirt track right outside the track. Nah, if you're down here in the South, man, come out to Cotton Bowl Speedway right outside of Austin, Texas. Some of the most, if not the best, dirt series racing that you'll get. Let them know I sent you. They had a little affiliation going on there. It's really fun little, I believe, 3/8 mile track. I think our next closest drag race track is up there, a little closer up to Dallas. But Justin, I know you do some work there. Don't you do some commentating on some drag racing?
Yeah, I do some around the state of Alabama. I was actually in Montgomery last weekend now before I went to the beach. Spent a day down there. Kind of getting some more tracks. We're just kind of seeing when we're not racing ourselves and trying to hit up some mounts and stuff. So keeps me on the roads pretty good bit, I reckon.
I feel you. When we're not doing sim stuff, we're trying to do a little bit more real life stuff. Yeah, appreciate. Real quick, got back to Cotton Ball. They had me out for some live drone coverage in their broadcast, able to cut to my feed when they wanted and leave some commentary. Work is also starting to work its way into the scenes there. So hopefully that's able to fly. I can yell at the top of my lungs for some dirt track racing. Speaking of speaking of dirt, we've been talking about it for what, an hour here. Just kidding. I would love to see these cars, these new ARCA cars here, take to the dirt track, especially in this bump and run ARCA Super Series. With the cleanliness that we see on the pavement here, Justin, I think it would be a blast to see these guys beating and banging on a dirt or even a banked dirt track.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun to watch these guys cut up a little dirt. Listen, I'll tell you one race I joined a couple weeks ago that was a lot of fun. It was the Pro 2 trucks at Eldora.
What? The big old stadium trucks?
Yeah.
Holy. Oh, that sounds like a blast right there, man.
Yeah, that would be a fun one to everybody jump into. Sean, we might have to get us a little race together one night with some of these guys and see if anybody would be interested in doing that with us.
Shoot, man, I'd love to, and I know these drivers, any chance at racing that they could get, they'd love to. Mike Allen is going up and just took the spot away from Robert Armall, and these drivers are shown, one lap down, so they are fighting for that lucky dog spot. But yeah, going into what I was saying there, I mean, any chance that these guys get at racing, even if it is a lap down, they're going to continue to fight every chance they get. Right now, this driver that we talked about earlier in the broadcast, Bud Shear, finds his way up to P2, and guess who he has knocking on his back bumper? How about it? That's a 93 there. That's a Tide machine. A Chevy SS. He's going to dive down the bottom of the hill here, look and try to take away P2 from Bud Shear.
Yeah, he's trying to get P2, but he's got a lot of ground to make up if he wants to try to catch old Charles. Charles is kind of checked out here from this front pack at a little over 4.5 second lead.
Oh, slides up the racetrack. I didn't even think he got the clear message if that was the iRacing spotter. Well, that Brandon Moore up to P2 now, and well, Justin, 25 laps to go at this 7/8 mile speedway, I do believe. Do we see Brandon Moore with how many wins this season? 3 or 4, I believe it is. Do we see Brandon Moore reel in Charles Van Schwick? He's already taken a chop being 10 tenths. It's back now to a 5-second gap now. But with little newer tires on this strategy, I'm keeping my eyeballs on him.
Yeah, he's got... Oh!
Sorry about that there, boys and girls. That surprised both Justin and I. That got tight there on the exit for Braxton Jarrett.
Yeah, I think that kind of was a oops, my bad kind of moment.
We'll keep things moving and grooving. There's our Philip McFarland Brigman there out of Ontario. Liking the kinetic scheme here tonight, running that number 30 Ford Mustang. He is right up in this Anaconda squeeze. Oh, the 77 squeezes up into the wall there in front. That's Robert Armall continuing to go. Well, he's one lap down right now.
Yeah, there's kind of everybody's just kind of right there together, trading the old howdy doodies, how's your mama and them's.
Alrighty, Justin inching ever so closer to it. Let's treat the old fans one more sights and sounds of the racetrack as well. Our battle for the race lead is still sitting at about 5 seconds. Enjoy this last crank it up here on Stam Studio Network. We'll be right back with you. Alrighty, crank this puppy back down. Sean Stam, Justin Yaw back up with you here in the booth. And, well, as we continue to dwindle down, just 17 laps to go, we are starting to continue to see Brandon Moore close that gap. At the start of the Crank It Up, it was 5 seconds back. We're looking at 3.7 right now. There's definitely enough time, as well as damn near enough lap traffic on track right now that Charles Van Swick has to find himself through. Brandon Moore is on rails right now, that number 43. Last lap by was a 24:35. Charles Van Swick's last lap by was a 24:37. We take a quick break away from that battle for the race lead. Still looking at 3.7. Here is Zach Disher. Once again, this driver has not been seen single file. This is about the only time here tonight. He's knocking on Brian Huntley Jr.'s back bumper. Brian, you better start to run. You better hide. Both these drivers up 3 spots since the drop of the green. Our second to biggest mover of the race. Looking at him here, 53, Bill Hales. Here comes Justin Steves, though, on the inside. This will put Justin up 8 spots since the drop of the green. That number 87 has had quite a bit of pace here tonight. Welcome back, Mr. Justin Yaw. 13 laps to go, Justin. The battle for the race lead is cut down to 3.5.
Yeah, and I think the thing is, Charles is going to clear this lap traffic, and then Brandon's going to have to get. Oh, my goodness.
Couldn't have timed that one better.
Well, somebody's going to see Judge Judy.
Why is that so funny, guys, here? Because look who is involved. Mr. League owner himself.
All right, who's got a bat on Tuesday when we race again?
Let's see. Oh, take a look at the replay brought to you. Oh,
Is that Zach Disher?
No, that's we might be in trouble here, Brian. Justin. Unless that was a little late on it. So let's take another look at it here. Oh, okay, I see why you're saying Zach Disher. He's definitely the closest car to him. This is coming out of 2. This incident happened out of 4. Okay, this is Huntley Jr. trying to get the car running at the bottom of the track. Does he put a little bit too much wheel input? Okay, one more lap until the incident, I believe. Hanging on board with him. Zach's starting to reel him in just a little bit. I wonder if it is contact with that 00. Here he comes, Justin. He's getting close.
Gonna have a side by side going off in here into 3.
Huntley Jr. up on the top of the hill. Here's where it's going to get tight. That's the contact. Well, that 00 is going to have a visit with Judge Judy on, probably right after the damn race.
Might break out the People's Court theme song.
One more look at it here, then we'll bring you the race off of pit road. Here it is out of 4 at full speed. You see, Brian, he jolted that wheel to the right there after contact. That just saved Brian Huntley Jr. from ending his race there into that inside tire barrier, what would have been. Brandon Moore finds his way out to that race lead. This caution flag is, you couldn't get much better times than that. Brandon Moore is going to beat Charles Van Swick out of the pits. Oh boy. Mr. Yaw, I'm showing right side tires only for Mr. Moore. Van Swick is on 4. As well as Sean Judson here, right sides. Bud Shears on 4. So a little bit of a staggered start, what will be.
A staggered start, but you best make sure you got your dancing shoes on and ready to go, because this and to get real dicey.
That caution unfortunately caught a few drivers, more than a few drivers, a lap down. Everything to our, I believe that's P11 and onward from Dale Rapp, Chris Campbell, Austin Mice, Trent Blaylock, Braxton Jarrett, Robert Armal, Mike Allen, Willie B. Roberts, Xavier Salgado, Robert Lane, all shown down a lap. Then Travis Farmer, Kyle Gooden are unfortunately out of the race. Justin, you got any racing planned here the rest of the night, or are you going to take things easy?
I don't know. We may hop on the iRacing here in a little bit. We may just take it easy the rest of the night. We shall see. But there will be a bush apple in my near future.
What? Looking, sounding like Smokey and the Bandit on how anybody was able to get one of those puppies. I had a buddy get a case or two.
I bought two
Yeah.
24 packs.
Yep. They went, at least for him, they went pretty quick. He was begging himself to, or thought that he should have bought more, but didn't want to look like that guy and come out of the store with what, six cases of old bush apple.
It can happen, man. It's okay.
That limited edition. Come on, I don't blame you there.
It's okay. It happens.
Alrighty, guys. Remember, different tire strategies coming to what will be hopefully our final restarts here tonight. Brandon Moore is on 2. That 43. Charles Van Schwick, the 23, our fastest driver tonight, is on 4 new General tires. Here we go. We're going to look 2 wide for P2 as well as P3. Charles Van Schwick able to get that runaway on those newer General tires. Here's some more beating and banging further in the back of the pack for 4th and 5th. Tyler Massey's diving outside. Here's Brandon Moore, dives inside to the battle of the race lead.
Side by side. Judson there in 6th. Trying to make it happen. Brandon Moore.
Caution on the speedway.
Oh.
We were getting good. Yep. Willie B. Roberts, the man. The WBLR. Ooh, comes out in front of the pit cone lane there. That might be a little penalty. Anyways, let's take a look and see what happened to Willie B. himself. Once again, this driver, it's pretty cool to me because Willie B saw me there in just a random fixed race. Oh, he's just hard contact. And Austin Mice. His tough night continues there for Austin. We're going to hop on board with that driver of the 97. Keep things at your full speed here. Check out how fast things happen. Oh, here we go. Down in turn 1, and watch the back end come out of 94. Boom and boom. That's 2 front bumpers somebody's going to get off the number 97 here tonight. No takers in and under pit road. How about the old aerial cams here tonight? Appreciate
Good stuff.
Justin, I can't be doing this without you here tonight, as well as all the racers. Every single one to get down there in YouTube land below. We got, should be a green-white checkered coming up here. Ted, if you're still sticking around, Terry, Harvest, as well as Opie. This is going to get to the good stuff. The cream is about to rise to the top, if it hadn't already, with Van Schwick. That GOAT Lives Matter number 23. The start will be in his hands 2 laps from now.
So what we should be coming, 3 or 4 to go. It won't be many laps. So you're going to drive this thing as hard as you can the next couple laps to see what you can do.
You got to, right? Especially on a little bit newer tires here. It's going to stick better than with what we were running after our green flag long run. And right now, Justin, I don't hate where your pick is at either. Tyler Massey, he has 4 fresh General tires under his Ford Mustang. Don't count him out just yet. We could possibly see this driver go, besides Watkins Glen, back to back. Charles Van Schwick, the field will be in his hands at the Geico restart zone, and then we're going to get to the good stuff. I believe we have a couple chances at green, white, checkered. So, Justin, I think we're going to get the elbows thrown, and then we could possibly even get another couple restarts on our hands. Hopefully not, though. The Bump and Run series, known for its cleanliness. Oh, well, it might all go out the window here with a couple green, white, checkered restarts.
I don't know how many we get, but I hope we use every one of them.
I believe it's 3. It might even be 4 with this all-natural one that we're going to get with coming to 3 laps to go, I do believe. We'll see when that graphic updates there in the left side of the screen. Real quick,
I ain't got it. I don't see the graphic.
Nope. Let's see here. 3rd caution 4. Yep,
there we go.
3 to go here. So, Yep, this will be a natural green-white caution here, natural restart, and then if we get another caution, we will re-rack these puppies and re-stack these puppies. Real quick, through the field before we get going. Van Schwick, Brandon Moore, Bud Shearer finds himself back up to P3, Tyler Massey, Brian Huntley Jr. He's able to take that fast repair. 88 looking good. Sean Judson, Bill Hales, Justin Steves, Philip Brigman, Dale Rapp rounding out our top 10. And that aren't shown one lap down. Chris Campbell there in from P11 to P20 is more than one lap down or out of the race. All righty, Justin. I think I know the field will be in Van Schwick's hands here, but I'm going to let you take us up and through, possibly even turns 1 and 2. That's whole first lap. Here we go.
So here we go. Green flag back in the air. You got Charles, you got Brandon, you got Bud, you got Tyler, top 4.
Ooh, little contact there.
At 19 in the back off the pace. Here comes Brandon Moore to the inside. Calls Mr. Charles on the outside. Here comes Tyler Massey on the outside. Brian Huntley going to peek to the inside of Tyler Massey. Charles showing the way. Brandon right behind as we're going to take the white flag here at Iowa.
It's looking
Back
good.
To 1 and 2 we work.
Oh, it's looking good out front for Van Schwick. Side by side for P4. That's Brian Huntley Jr. up top. Here we go for the final time through 3 and 4, Justin.
Who's going to dump who? Who's going to say this is my spot? Nobody's going to do it. Charles Van Schwick going to be your winner here at Iowa.
Brandon Moore is going to take away P2. Tyler Massey P3. Brian Huntley Jr. That was extremely close at the line. Call that Tyler Massey. Very last interview spot. Brian Huntley Jr. P4. Bud Shearer, Sean Judson, Justin Steves. Congratulations to Charles on conquering Iowa. This is another multi-race winner here on the Bump and Run Series. 23, full authority. Burn this puppy down.
Give it hell, Charles.
Congratulations on all of our drivers competing here tonight while Charles is burning this puppy down. We're going to watch just a few moments of it, take a look at that white flag lap, and then bring you those driver interviews, those top 3. Oh boy, Charles, congrats on that win here tonight. I can't wait to talk with you down there in Race to Stop Suicide Victory Lane. Charles going to get that, is that a Polish victory lap done? Is that what they call it? No, he's just going to continue to burn that down. Alrighty, Justin, let's take a look at that white flag lap. Just try and break it down as best as we can before we get to our driver interviews. There's a first and second. Our real battle right now is for the final driver interview spots. We look 3 wide here on the white flag lap. Here comes Tyler Massey. He's got that spot solidified. There's Brian Hunt Jr. for the moment. Brian Huntley Jr. and Bud Shearer going at it for P4.
Yeah, a lot of racing here. Those last couple laps, I mean, they were side by side everywhere. You looked back through the field, you kept it clean and green, and I mean, it could have went every which way. We could have had a green-white checkered at some point, but man, what a good race there to end it. And Charles going to pick up the dub.
Very clean end of this race as well. I mean, these drivers know this is a league race. They don't have to worry about any incident points, but no, we're going to keep things all rolling. Speaking of all rolling, this is live right now. Charles, I don't know how that motor's still hanging on that puppy, continuing to burn it down in that GOAT Lives Matter number 23. Drivers, if you have yourselves a copy, I see 2 of you there. We're going to wait on Van. Oh, he's already there as well. We got our first and third, waiting on one more. We're going to drag these puppies in here now. Charles Van Schwick, you got yourself a copy down here in Victory Lane.
Yeah, I got you.
All righty, real quick before we start the interview, congratulations on every single driver coming out here tonight and competing. Charles Van Schwick, Brandon Moore, Tyler Massey going to take over the top 3 driver interview spots. Brian Huntley Jr., Bud Shearer, Sean Judson, Justin Steves, Bill Hales, Philip Brigman, Dale Rapp rounding out that top 10. Chris Campbell, Braxton Jarrett, Trent Blaylock, Mike Allen, Xavier Salgado, Robert Armal, Anthony Lane, Zach Disher, that top 18 out of 22 tonight. Now we'll get with you, Charles. Congrats on another win this series. Oh boy, oh boy. I mean, it seems like you're loving the track here tonight. Track conditions must have been in your favor. How did the car feel?
This is whatever races I've run in this league is the only time I've ran this car, and I got in late tonight. I work at a car dealership, so it was last day of the month. Got in a little late, couldn't run that much in practice, but basically the idea for this car is go in easy and then gas it off. I mean, it's got a lot of grip if you can get the car under you. I was doing that at first. I stayed on the bottom, let everyone, rip the wall or rip higher and burn their stuff up. And then once I found a hole to get in and get up and start, going totally down in the turns and saving on my tires fully, then I went up and then I started pulling away a little bit. I clipped Bud on the one run because I had him set up and I just misjudged the front of the car and I clipped him, so I let him get back in front. I don't ever want to pass like that. But yeah, I mean, I had the speed. I was actually really shocked. Brandon, I mean, there was another caution, but I'm surprised Brandon took the bottom. I saw he took two, and the high line's preferred here on the short run. And when he took the bottom, I said, well, I just gave me the win there. Any chance of him holding me off would have been on the top line, because just a freight train if you're on the bottom on a restart with fresh tires.
Goodness, that was a lot of fun to watch. That really late race caution really threw things for a loop. And like you said, Brandon coming in there at taking two tires. I think four tires was that the move there. It was pretty immaculate pace here tonight, Charles. Is there anybody who you'd like to thank who makes this all possible for you?
I mean, you guys for doing the broadcast. I love watching it. The next day, I'll probably watch it tonight. I got to be up early for the swap meets or flea market tomorrow, whatever region calls what. Brian and the admin team for putting the league on. I really don't like running onto anything other than Xfinity and next gen, but these are crawling up there. They won't take over those, but they're probably a very close third. And then obviously my company, Goat Racing Diecast, Goat Lives Matter, GoatRacingDiecast.com. 5% off entire order using Goat Racing 23. I have the Veloci's, the new pre-orders, customs, previously owned collections. Just signed a couple more drivers, so keep an eye out on the iRacing platforms for their promo codes and help them out. That's how they get paid, using their promo codes. So, but yeah, and everyone, it was a very clean race. Couple cautions there, a couple people struggling, but saw a lot of great saves, a lot of good side-by-side racing. And of course, to Bud, I love racing with him, against him. It was very clean, and appreciate him being on my door for about 40-50 laps and keeping it clean.
Man, real quick before we let you get going here and send it down to Justin Yaw for our P2 interview with Brandon Moore. I don't think drivers realize how cool that is when you say custom diecast. What the car that you run in iRacing, imagine that up there physically on your shelf. None other than to hit up Charles Van Schwick for something along those lines. Charles, I see your work there on Facebook, and it's really professionally done.
Yeah, I mean, I just started a couple months ago. I'm getting better, learning different tricks. Actually doing a couple for sponsors that sponsor Greg Van All, so I had someone make the schemes for me, send them out. If anyone's interested in a custom, get them quick, because my decal guy who's in Australia, who I get them from, he is going on a vacation. It must be nice in other countries to take a whole month vacation. He's taking a vacation from June 10th to July 4th. So I need to get any orders in for decals by the 7th, 8th, so I can get it out so he can ship them out. Guy's really good. It's Pato's place. He has hundreds of thousands of decals going all the way back, customs, concepts, all that stuff. So if a lot of DMPs with the tariff. So if there was a favorite car you had on pre-order that did not get made, come to me, I can make it. That's what I'm doing right now, doing a lot of the DMPs.
I'll tell you, it sucks for the customers here, but for you, like Lionel, who's got to start dealing with stuff like that's kind of an opportunity for you to step up there. Congratulations on your win here tonight, Charles. I would normally say don't celebrate too hard, but man, full authority here tonight.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Alrighty, gonna send it down in Race Stop Suicide Victory Lane. He's got our P2 driver, Justin Yaw, down there with Brandon Moore.
Brandon, you got a copy? You in here?
Oh no, did I set you up for failure? Okay, sorry, I met Tyler Massey. There you go, take P3 there.
Well, I'll take Tyler. Tyler, you got a copy, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
Man, well, great drive to finish the race. Lucky kind of had some struggling there at the get-go, but man, really great, strong finish tonight for the Harvest number 17 Mustang.
Thank you very much. Yeah, in the beginning, I thought I was supposed to have work tonight, but last minute, I did have tonight off, so I didn't really get any practice in during the week. Just when the practice session opened up here, I just was able to run a few laps. So I was kind of learning as I went, and obviously, like the beginning where you don't have any practice, pretty uncomfortable being side by side with people as you're learning how to, go about things. And then early on, there was a little bit of a wreck in front of me that did bring out a caution, but I ended up locking my brakes up, so I'm not sure what that did to my tires, and was definitely not expecting such a long green flag run. I did not strategize or anything planning for that, but I was really lucky that the caution came out when it did, because I was trying to save fuel, but everything on my fuel calculator was looking like it was not gonna work without making another pit stop. And looking back on it, I kind of wish I gambled, maybe took 2 tires on there, because it seems like the left side tires do not really heat up or get too bad at this track. And then the looks like the lap going into the final lap, I just overshot turn 3 so bad and had Brian behind me, and we ended up going 3 wide. It was just totally overshot it, and thanks to him for clean racing and everything, and thankfully I was able to get out in front. But if we had a few more laps, I know a few cars probably would get in front of me, because I was not expecting a 3rd place finish tonight.
Yeah, you really got to be excited about that. Man, you got anybody you'd like to thank, Tyler?
Just with the Cup Series and stuff, Bacone Setup Shop, everybody over there at the Discord is really nice and helpful in their setup guides to help you kind of fine-tune the setup to your need. And also you guys for hosting the broadcast every week. It's just it really brings some excitement to it that you just don't get in official iRacing races. I really look forward to these, even in periods where I'm not really doing officials. I always try to make sure I attend these because it's really exciting. And then Brian, everybody at Bump and Run Racing for putting this together. It's really awesome, and I'm really glad we do 2 races a week now here, and maybe even more in the future.
Alrighty, Tyler, I appreciate that. It's seriously, that goes a long way here behind the scenes. I hear something like that. That's what really keeps me up and moving. Able to bring you these broadcasts week in and week out. Congrats once again to our top 3 runners, Charles Van Schwick, Brandon Moore, Tyler Massey. Real quick before we let you go, Tyler, who makes this all happen for you week in and week out?
Well, I don't have any sponsors or anything, but definitely my job for keeping food on the table and the racing wheel and everything. McKinney's Towing, definitely thankful for them and having kind of a flexible schedule and everything. But again, just you guys at the broadcast center and Brian and all the admins and everybody at Bump and Run Racing League, and all the drivers are amazing to race with every week, and just always looking forward to it.
Well, Tyler, thank you so much, and you have a great rest of your night.
You too. Good night.
Alrighty, that's going to about do it for us up here in Stam Studio Network. Justin Yaw, Sean Stam up in the booth. I think that's just going to about send this puppy on home. Justin, any final thoughts or remarks that you'd like to add?
I ain't got nothing. Appreciate the fine folks out there at YouTube land for tuning in. Another Bump and Run ARCA series in the books. And, man, great racing all around, and can't wait for the next one.
Appreciate you, Justin. Everybody have a safe